Good morning. This week I was reading in Genesis and I came across a verse that I didn't remember was there. In Genesis chapter 32, verse 1 says, Jacob went on his way and the angels of God met him. Oh, I totally have read over that. And the thing is, I had some notes out to the side of this in the margin of my Bible, so apparently I have read it before, but no memory of it. Just thinking about the reality of that Jacob's on his way, and in the context of this verse, he's on his way to meet Esau, and the last time he saw Esau wanted to kill him. So he's a little nervous about this trip. And as Jacob goes on his way, the angels of God meet him. And it says, and when Jacob saw them, he said, this is God's camp. So he is given eyes to see that the angels of God are surrounding him. Now, wouldn't that just bring such peace and relief to know I'm headed to meet my brother who, for all I know, still wants to kill me, and yet I am surrounded by the angels of God. Like, I will be protected. And yet, just a few more verses down in verse 7, it says that Jacob hears that Esau's on his way to meet him and he has 400 men with them. Verse 7 says, and Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed. So he has been given eyes to see that God's angels are camped around him, and yet when he's faced with the reality of his situation that his brother has 400 men and is headed in his direction, he is greatly distressed and afraid. And you read this verse and you think, Jacob, hello, pay attention. And yet, how often am I the same way? I may not have eyes to see the angels of God camped around me, but I have the Spirit of the living God living in me. I am indwelt by the Spirit of God, and yet I so often will look at my circumstances and be greatly distressed and terrified. I want to encourage you the way the Lord encouraged me this week. We don't have to live like that. When we understand who we are in Christ, and more importantly, who He is, we can rest in the reality that He has got us covered. May His Spirit bring you peace today.